and welcome back to another episode of The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, the show where I, the curator, discuss my personal favorite show of all time, personal favorite franchise of all time, Doctor Who. And today's episode, not gonna lie, because I never do that, on this show that is, I'm always 100% real and transparent with my audience, all 5 people who watch the show who happen to not be on the show at the time. Uh, Today's episode was going to be completely different. Well, not completely different, but slightly different than what you're about to see. And we sort of changed it last minute, probably for the best. And the man who sort of made this whole thing happen both ways, the person that gave me the idea to make this episode originally in the first place, and also the person who rightfully so convinced me to change up the format a little bit. One of my favorite people to bring back onto the show. Well, I guess now I screwed myself because I made it unfair for the other people who were going to be on the show, but one of my favorite people to talk Doctor Who about, Ryko the Canadian. How are you doing?
Well, it's okay. You said one of your favorites. As if you would have said I was your favorite, that would have been unfair to the others. But the others are one of your favorites as well. There you go.
Yeah,
See,
sure.
it's all about inclusion. And yeah. So I am chaos. I bring confusion and chaos to the universe. Order. Who needs order? And I change my mind on a daily basis. That's who I am. I am a perfect sci-fi character. Woo!
Correction. You brought chaos when you suggested the idea, and now you brought order to the idea.
That's right. Because when I thought about the idea, I went, no, that's wrong. That's not me. Can't do it. But we are now gonna discuss all the things we like about our companions and what the stuff we like about them and what the best features are of each companion. So there you go. What's the matter? Why are you shaking it?
You don't know why I'm face palming. Okay, so since you mentioned chaos, let's bring in the harbinger of chaos on this channel. Whatever the hell this is.
Oh, I've seen this, but this is the most awesome thing ever. Love it, Ben. Love it.
Yeah, hi. You have my money, but you don't have my mind.
Well, we do have your headphones, apparently.
Can I say something? What's amazing is this is done with a push of a button. In 1930s, it cost millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to do this on the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it cost thousands of dollars, but the equivalent of what it cost back then is millions of dollars.
No, supposedly it did cost like $1 million. It was really expensive.
Ooh.
Like, read up on it. It was really, really expensive, but it made a lot of money. So people like.
And now I can do this for $50. Yay!
Okay, so
Claude Rains. I was trying to remember his name. Claude Rains. There we go. Hello, Claude. How you doing?
Okay, so before this show descends into madness even further,
Right.
the person, and now I can actually say this, the person who currently has my favorite name on this panel, the Snark in Space.
I think that's the first time anyone referred to me as the nice calming influence of anything, which is very nice of you. Thanks, 50. Always great to be on. Ben, nice to I guess see you.
Hear you. Nice to hear you.
I guess you're right.
Hey,
look at all this
anything I
Canadian
can do to
content.
make you. Yeah.
Or how about this? Nice to imagine you're with us.
Ooh.
Nice to
I
imagine.
like that.
Okay, so as we do every week on this show, we start off with the birthday section with this wonderful graphic that I made specifically for this occasion. Now, today we will be talking birthdays from August 23rd, all the way to the 29th, which is when this episode was supposed to go live, unless of course Soda has another one of his whoopsies. So first
Bringing
off,
soda, Canadians, eh? Come on,
Yeah.
give me a break.
Wow,
Canadian.
50. He's
Canadian
not even
star.
here.
yeah, why do I keep working with these guys? Anyway, so on the 24th of August, we have William Morgan Shepherd, plays the father of, he is the father of Max Shepherd, who played Canton
Yeah.
Everett Delaware the third.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
He
rest in
died, what,
peace.
is it last year or 2 years ago?
2019, I think.
2019. So 3 years ago.
Yeah, it is right here, 2019 on the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he played the older Canton Everett Delaware III, which was played by his son Max Shepherd. Also on the 24th, someone not really known for their Doctor Who prowess, but still a very huge figure nonetheless, Stephen Fry.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wait a minute. Has he has been in Doctor Who, hasn't he? Or no, he
He
hasn't.
was he was episode 1 of Spyfall, and I know how much you don't like talking about
Okay.
that episode. So, so I'm just gonna say my favorite thing that Stephen Fry has done is he read all of the Harry Potter books on Audible. So
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait, that was him?
yeah, that was him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Could
I
be
love
a
Stephen Fry.
vendetta. Yeah.
I love him as the Goblin King. I love him as the voice in my head as I studied for that Harry Potter match that never happened.
Oh, boy.
On
Oh,
20,
oh.
the
Yeah,
25th,
brother.
we have Keegan Joyce. Not sure much about this character, but he was on
who is this?
He was on the K9 spin-off show, not the one
Oh,
from the 70s.
Yeah, he looks way too modern to be like
Yeah.
a 70s.
Wait, whoa, 50. K9 had his own show?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
It's
Well,
the
K9
only-
and Friends, right? Was that the first one?
No, not that one. One from the 2010s, and it was only picked up, but it only aired once on an Australian network, and never got picked up for season 2.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
K9.
Also on the 25th, we have Jessica Martin, as seen in this picture. Here she played the character Mags in the episode "The Greatest Show in the Galaxy," which is what this show is named
Oh,
after.
that's where I was going. This looks familiar. I was going, but the way I got the setup, my camera is right in the middle of her face, so I can't see her nose. Hold on. There we go. It's a cheat sheet, so it looks like I'm looking at you guys. So there you go.
Perfect.
Deep in your
Cool.
eyes.
Yeah,
Aw.
she was in that one episode, but she later came back as an official companion on Big Finish. So
Okay.
that's why bringing her up.
Same character or different character?
Same character, same actress.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, also on the 25th is Tracy Ann Oberman. She played Yvonne Hartman, and the leader of Torchwood 1 in the season 2 finale on the modern series, and she also came back and reprised her role in the various Torchwood Big Finishes on Big Finish. Also, on the 26th is Mr. Phil Collinson. He was a producer, an executive producer on a lot of the Russell T Davies era episodes of the show, and he also was one of the many people who continuously butted heads with Christopher Eccleston, which eventually led to his departure.
That bastard.
Take that for what it is.
Which one?
Son of a
Which one?
bitch.
Is it Chris?
I
Is
don't know.
Chris the bastard?
Also on the 26th, Annette Badland. She played the character Margaret Blaine, one of the Slithines.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I remember her.
Yeah, and
Why
she
do I
also
haven't-
because she also came back and reprised her role in Torchwood on Big Finish many times.
Ah, okay. It's like, yeah, well, every time we talk about the Slovene, I have an urge to pass gas.
No kidding.
So do us all.
Hey,
Just,
who did that?
just-
How dare you?
just stay away from vinegar. Just stay away from vinegar.
Ben has a guilty look on his face.
Totally. He's
And
that, who, me?
On the 27th, we have Reese Shearsmith. Can anyone tell me? Well, Ryan,
looks
can you tell me
familiar. Who he looks like or who he is?
who he played?
He looks so familiar. Wait.
I don't think you're ever going to guess.
No, but it looks so familiar.
Yeah,
He
he
kind of looks like Sam Raimi a little bit.
Just needs to wear a suit.
played Patrick Troughton on An Adventure in Time and Space.
Oh,
Oh no, I wouldn't have guessed that. You're right. You're right. You got me on that one.
Okay, on the 27th, we have not Sarah Jane Smith. We have Sarah Ann Jones. She played the woman that became the vessel for the TARDIS in The Doctor's Wife. And the Mona
Oh.
Lisa.
okay, right.
Speaking of Neil Gaiman, have you guys seen The Sandman yet?
Yeah.
Not yet, but I hear good things about it.
It's so good. I was not looking forward to it, but I loved it.
And finally, what ended up becoming the longest birthday listing that I've ever done on this show, Lenny Henry, who was also on Spyfall two-parter, and he also played
Yeah.
a spoof version of the Doctor in the 80s on his own show, The Lenny Henry Show.
Oh, wait a minute. He's
So-
that old that he had a show in the 80s? He doesn't look that old.
I think I
Well-
saw him introduce Sting at Live Aid. I think he's the one who introduced Sting at
Oh.
Live Aid.
Really?
I think
Wow,
so.
that is old. Live Aid, that's like 85,
no,
right?
this is the 2005 one, Live Aid.
Oh, the 2005 one.
Yeah.
Okay.
that one.
That one. Oh, all right.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
So
I'm not, I was alive then, but, not that
I
old.
think I was too. I don't know.
Am I the oldest person on this panel? Even with all the timey-wimey stuff?
I'm 22 years old.
Okay, yeah, I am older because I'm 25.
Yeah.
I'm 35.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so Ben's the oldest.
So Ben's the oldest.
That's why he's going to pieces on us. That's why we can barely see him.
I think I have T-shirts that are older than Ben. I'm pretty sure.
It looks like Ben has to introduce his parents at the Under the Sea dance, or else that's it for him.
Yep.
All right, that's the line of the night. That was awesome.
Okay. Thank you for that, Snark. So
You're
for the wonderful list of people I listed today, thank you all. We quite literally could not do it without you. Now, the business.
I'm sorry,
Today-
that's still the funniest.
So today, as I mentioned earlier, was going to be a list of the sexiest Doctor Who companions. That being said, as I mentioned, we had to change the main format of this of the subject matter on the show to be a bit more viewer friendly.
Well, here's the thing. I don't
It's a
mind saying
change for
who's
the better.
sexy. Yeah, I don't mind saying who's sexy, but what I didn't want to do is say who's not sexy. That's the part, because who am I to say that, right? Who am I to say somebody? Because this is weird. This is weird. Like, you look at me. There are actually a couple of people on this planet that used to find me sexy. So it's very subjective of who is and isn't sexy, right? So yeah, no, I couldn't believe it either. Yeah, there were two. Well, one I know for sure. The other one,
Oh boy.
Oh,
And I had a whole big plan and everything. I downloaded some clips I thought would be nice, and well, it all kind of went to shit. But probably for the best. Let's try to make the best out of this new situation.
We have proved 50. We have proved that we can grow as human beings, even when you're older than 25, like myself, or like 21, like yourself.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Absolutely. So this is the new format we came up with. Instead, we just put a bunch of qualities that we collectively, the four of us, consider to be sexy, and we're just going to take companions and rank them in those specific
Well,
tiers.
less ranking. It's more of like what's the best quality? Like what's the most defining quality of that companion?
I said ranking because that was a reflex. I apologize.
It is ranking season here.
Yeah, it is, because I do find the brains is the most sexy. So that is correct. That should be at the top.
Yeah, well, the top bottom doesn't really matter.
No, it does not matter in this case.
The order that we came up with these, which I suppose doesn't matter because the brains is the first thing that came to our heads, and all the other ones followed. So I don't know, but yeah. So we have brains, loyalty, humor, confidence, style, as in fashion sense, badassery.
Overall style, yeah.
Badassery, chemistry with the doctor, easily one of the most important ones. Ingenuity, thinking on their feet, or as I like to say, MacGyverness.
I like that.
Kindness, which, the doctor's main thing is just be kind. And finally, mixed bag. So,
or as the French say, the je ne sais quoi.
Sure.
The je ne sais quoi.
It's just something. There's something.
I don't know what.
Just certain something. Exactly. I don't know what.
So these are all of the tiers that we will be, or the qualities that we will be discussing today. So let's see which of these 10 qualities do all of these characters fit in.
Okay, oh my God, there's so many. Let's just pick one. There's so many. I forgot how many there were.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of went a little overboard with this. I went TV, classic and modern. I went novels, comic books, Big Finish, video games.
Okay.
Fan-made spoof videos. Anywhere I could find companions. And
wow.
Well, I was kind of adding on more and more and more and more people as the week went on. I spent all week at home sick with COVID, just doing nothing but coming up.
God.
Like some of these, I have no clue who they are. So
some of these, I have no idea who they are, and I made the list.
Okay. Let's just pick somebody at random. Pick somebody.
Well, I mean, if it helps, I also put numbers on them when I made the list.
Okay, all right.
See right here, but I do have numbers on them. And,
all right, let's go with number one. Who's your number one?
Yeah, let's do this.
Number one is.
Oh my God, Ben! Jesus Christ!
Whoa,
I love what you've done with your hair.
Where that face came from?
Let's do this.
So, Ben, I'm gonna ask you a favor. Since we got a lot of characters over here, as you can see, I'm not gonna upload the pictures for all these people. Could you, like, as soon as we've done a few of these characters, could you just delete some of these pictures so that I can upload more? Because there's a limit on the StreamYard thing. So
where do I find them?
Well, they're not there yet. I waited for the show to start, but as soon as I upload them, as soon as we've got like 5 or 6 of them, can you just go to the brands and delete some of these?
If I find them, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna delete the birthday ones.
They put them in order so I don't have to go like looking for them.
Well, it's in order of when the StreamYard will upload them, but like I said, I have numbers on the left side of their names. Can you see that? There's on the left side and on the right side. So
Yeah.
first,
All right. So all this
obviously,
behind. Oh, here we go.
Susan.
Okay,
Susan
I'm
Ford.
gonna say it right now. I love that friggin' style.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
That.
Because
Oh yeah, that hat, that thing. I love that. Just to me, it's style.
Yeah, 100%. That's the epitome of British 60s style right there.
Yeah, the two old farts have spoken.
Yeah.
Well,
What were you
honestly,
thinking?
I have to be honest. I'm going to be quiet until we get to like a million people because I don't know many of these people.
Yeah. So this no, this wasn't Dodo. Is this Dodo?
no, that's
No.
Susan. That's Susan.
Susan. That's Susan.
No,
Susan.
it's this.
Oh
This is
my,
Dodo.
that's yeah. Okay. See,
They
that's the
both wear
bad
hats.
version of that style.
Right.
Okay,
Um,
it's an interesting take.
this style, yeah. She was the epitome of style in the 60s. I would wear this. I would. Yeah,
You
she's
know
wearing
what?
pants.
Because of this scarab, I don't know. I was thinking of adding a new tier, but it really only works for a handful of people, namely this one. But also, it's musical taste, or just taste
That's
in art.
style. No, musical taste is style.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you agree. She's got style.
Well, I was gonna go with brains, but yeah, I think you've convinced me, Ben. Sadly,
And I,
most of the pictures I uploaded, I specifically searched for sexy pictures for the old format of the show.
But this is
But
sexy.
I don't have any other pictures that show off the style. Not on
like,
me.
like I said, I don't know this character, so I'm going to have to leave it up to you for most of these.
So this is
This would
Susan.
be
She's the first companion. She was
the doctor's
like
granddaughter, right?
granddaughter.
Yeah,
Very 60s. Listened to 60s music. Was very much like was very much cast for the to identify with the kids of the 60s.
Yeah.
That's she was written and cast that way, and that's what I love about her. So it's like yeah, this is like honestly the fourth Doctor gets all the credit for style, but man oh man, there was some great style in the first series.
Yeah, she can go direct from Doctor Who to Sir with Love. Like yeah, like she's like
this.
every 60s British teenager is what she looks like, and it was and they were all experimenting with fashion, especially in London. So yeah, I think she epitomizes the look of that era, especially for the youth of the time and stuff like that. Beatles just starting out. This would have been 63, 50. Is that when Doctor
Yeah.
Who started?
It's
Yeah.
63, yeah. This
Yeah.
November 63, yeah.
Right. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, for sure it's style for me when I see her.
All right. So,
All right.
there's the peoples have spoken.
That's right.
Now I just
Right.
need to find it.
Oh boy. Oh, yep. That was like the Where's Waldo part of it.
Yeah, that
Who are we finding?
you'd think that it'll be easier to do it with the black and white images. Okay, so here we are.
Yeah,
We're
she's
putting
got style.
Susan on
Mhm.
style.
Mhm.
Ben, do you have any idea how to change do the thing that Soda always does, where he puts our squares on the bottom of the screen?
Yeah, like
Oh,
that.
there
I
it
mean
is.
like this.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, so
Just like that.
yeah,
Just
so
like that.
was,
There you go.
Oh, you mean this? Like
yeah. Now, so that was the TV Susan. What do you think about the movie Susan from the Peter Cushing movie?
I barely remember her.
Yeah, no. I don't
Can I tell you, can I be honest? I find kids annoying in movies.
Mixed bag. That's what mixed bag
Mixed
is
bag,
for.
yeah, that's mixed
Yeah,
bag.
I hate mixed bag.
Kids
Right.
are annoying.
And yeah, well, you know what she is. That's one of the many things that really annoy me about that movie. The characters, they mainly just. You can kind of tell that they were trying to do a Doctor Who meets Mary Poppins, and it didn't work.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Really
No.
didn't work. What about Ian Chesterton or Chesterfield or Chester whatever?
Like, I don't know. Some people find this funny, but he's such a stiff upper lipper, you know? Or am I misreading his character? Like,
I don't know. To me, he's always been a really good mix of brains and bronze.
Yeah, he was more of the action guy, right?
Because William Hartnell couldn't do it, but he was also. I mean, look at the picture. He's a chemistry teacher.
That's true.
He's
So he was pretty badass, I have to admit.
actually, you know what? That's a very good point. That's a really he did most of the. He was a gladiator at one point. He fought what's his face? An Aztec warrior at one point.
And he fought. Didn't he like push a Dalek like down somewhere? I remember he fought a Dalek.
Down an elevator shaft.
That's right. That's what it was. I remember him pushing a Dalek somewhere. Yeah, that's badass. You take on a Dalek, you're badass.
And he also went inside a Dalek casing at one point.
Oh my god.
Okay, so.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. Was that him? I thought it was Susan. No, you're right. It was him. I thought it was Susan for some reason.
No, Susan went outside to get the drugs from inside the TARDIS because he couldn't walk yet.
Yeah, he's got badass. That's his most best quality. He's a badass.
Okay, so Barbara.
She's so nice, isn't she? Yeah. Isn't that what you like? She was always nice. She always nice, or I don't know.
I'm saying either kindness or brains for Barbara, because she's a history teacher, and she's also trying to protect the people she knows, because she's a history teacher. She knows what's going to happen, and she's trying to. A lot of times, she tries to keep her friends from discovering the ugly truth of what history is.
But that's because she's so sweet and she doesn't want people to get hurt.
Kindness is a good spot to put her, I think.
Yeah, and even in the episode of this picture, she tried to change the Aztecs from doing human sacrifices.
Yeah, like I mean,
dare she?
Dare she? She's a decent human being. I know they used to exist, and if we're Canadian, we should like that. Mm-hmm. We should respond very well to her kindness.
Yeah.
Okay, completely at the opposite end of the spectrum, we have the movie versions of those characters with the movie version of Ian.
I don't remember this guy. This is from the first movie, right?
Yeah. Because he wasn't in the second one. He's mainly played for slapstick comedy, so I'd say humor.
Yeah, but he wouldn't. No, the second one was funny. I don't remember him being funny in the first one. Was he funny in the first one, this character? It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
I think both of these were just straight up slapstick comedy.
Yeah, put him in the humor. Because I didn't expect to go to the movie ones. I totally forgot about those people.
Oh, you can see it's on the bottom of the list for a reason. It was a late edition.
Sure.
Okay.
It was only on the fifth from the bottom line, so deep in there.
Same for a movie version of Barbara.
She is so forgettable. She's just bland. Bland.
Just like those movies.
Mixed. Put her in a mixed bag. I don't know what. Does she even have a character?
She's just a new character. Do we just put them behind the one we already put, or above?
I don't think. We're not. I don't think we're ranking these ones, right?
We're just putting it. We're not ranking them. We're just putting them in what quality defines them. And these ones, they have no qualities. They really don't. But mixed bag could be good as well. Someone could have a certain something, right? Blandness. So if you like bland, these characters are for you.
That's why it's great. That's why it's great.
That's why it's
great. A lot of people like dry toast.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
They're from the comics. Allegedly, they're also the Doctor's grandchildren, but they're potentially maybe imaginary. So
Okay,
keep that in mind.
I've never heard of them. I have no clue. I have no comment.
No.
They're from the original 1960s comic annuals that came
Let's
out.
just leave them off
Oh.
the list. I don't know what they are.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said, they are here. We gotta put them somewhere.
Yeah,
Guys,
is
if
there
we-
a trash can?
We want me to add another row? And just
No, I
No.
don't know because like, do we have to put it? Can we just leave them? And they're the forgotten. We call it the forgotten tier, and we just leave them.
okay, that's good because the Forgotten
like it.
is a comic storyline, I believe.
Ah, okay, there we go. Perfect.
Hey, 50, do you want me to not doing them picks?
Yeah, just the ones we've already covered.
Okay.
The forgotten. Yeah, just the forgotten. I like that. Not
I
even
like
tier.
that.
The forgotten.
The Forgotten.
Actually, those two should be in the forgotten instead of mixed bag. Though those two, the bland, they should go in the forgotten.
Good
Great.
point.
I
This is
literally
gonna be
forgot
a
about
big,
them.
big row.
Big list, a big, massive list.
This is probably going to be the biggest tier we're going to have because we also have this character from the other Peter Cushing movie.
Unfortunately, she was even more bland than the first Susan.
That's not
No,
Susan. That's his niece Louise.
oh,
because
Louise.
it's not
Okay,
Benedict
see,
Cumberbatch.
I forgot, forgotten.
Yeah.
But there
Forget
is
it.
somebody from that movie that I love, and we'll wait till
Oh,
we get
we're
to
getting
that.
to him. We're getting to him. Hold on. Where is Miss Bland?
I even forget what she looks like.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
starting to think adding all these characters.
You know what, Adam? After we whittle the list down, then we'll see her better.
Yeah. That's probably a good list. 'Cause-
Or we might start talking about her again because we forgot.
We
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah,
It's a
who's she?
vicious circle. It's a
Who
vicious
is she?
circle.
Oh,
We just
put her
keep
in the
going back
forgotten
every
Okay,
10 minutes.
so, I'm
We're
trying
stuck
to
in a
get
loop,
this
guys.
back in the narrative. If you were talking about Ryko, Tom Campbell,
He's
Played by Bernard
fucking
Cribbins.
hilarious.
yeah,
That scene with him in
and-
the spaceship, where he's it's like the Woody Allen thing before Woody Allen did it, because this was pre Woody Allen. Where he's pretending to be a robot. One of the
Twiggy
funniest
Allen.
things. Huh?
Twiggy Allen.
Twiggy Allen. No. But remember, Woody Allen did it in 1972. This was in the 60s. So Woody Allen stole that bit from him.
I tend to go through life thinking that a lot of people stole their ideas from Dr. Who.
Yeah. That's true. But like, honestly, I like the second movie a lot better than the first one, and it's because it's funny. The second one is actually funny.
You know what? Maybe I'll come around to those movies after I rewatch. But my standing is always the original episodes are perfect. They didn't need that spoof remake. But that's
No, the first one is kind of bland and boring, to be honest with you. The second one is, I actually prefer to the, because I found the Dalek invasion a bit too long and padded in the TV show. It's good. It's got some amazing bits, but it was just too long and padded. Where the movie is a little bit different and it's hilarious.
Did you know that they were going to do a third one?
Oh, well, yeah, I heard something about that, but I thought the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
one didn't make money.
With the giant spiders or some shit like that.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe it's a good thing they even made that.
Maybe.
What do we say about Vicky Pallister?
Well, she's super sensitive, isn't she? Isn't she like the sweet, kind one, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
So she, even when she left the doctor, she wanted to make sure that he's well taken care of. She even gave one of her slaves, because she became a Trojan princess or something like that. She gave one of her slaves to the doctor to look after the injured Stephen.
Okay, so we're
How
saying
nice
this
and
did
terrible. How nice.
yeah,
and
are we about to
horrible.
say this did not age well? So
Yeah.
oh wow.
Well, we're
She's
still
kind
gonna get to
in the
her.
most horrific way.
Yeah, she's nice. She's so we're putting her as the nice slave owner. Okay, okay, I guess.
Oh my god.
So do you want?
No,
do
but
you
I
want
don't
me to-
remember her being a slave owner on the
She
show.
she might
It
be
was
the
just for
epitome
5
of a mixed
minutes.
bag.
It was for
I
5
think that is the
minutes.
epitome of a mixed bag.
Yeah, put her in the mixed bag. Yeah. That's
She's
the
a very
epitome. You
nice,
can't.
horrible,
She's-
horrible
yeah.
person.
You know what? I'm sorry I said anything. I'm sorry I said anything.
I didn't even know that. I mean, I can't in good conscience
It
put her in
wasn't
the
like
nice
She
tier.
wasn't a slave waiter. She just came out of the blue box, and everyone just assumed she's Helena of Troy, and just made her a princess. And she left the TARDIS to marry a Trojan soldier or something like that. And she asked one of the girls who were slaves. Essentially, she sort of freed her because she asked her to look after the doctor. Essentially,
Yep, that girl didn't have a choice.
Didn't have a choice.
Slave.
Okay. Slave.
Oh.
Yeah. No, mixed bag. Sorry.
That's right.
We broke his heart. We broke 50's heart.
yeah. I mean, after they did the whole big thing recently with the DVD release, and they actually brought the actress back.
Oh, I don't. Oh.
Yeah, they brought the actress back for a scene, and she's
For
still
which,
living in Troy, apparently. She's got a granddaughter.
Oh.
Anyways,
Mixed
whatever.
bag.
Mixed bag. Sorry,
Settled.
slave owners can't go anywhere else except mixed bag.
At best.
So how about Steven, eh? Steven Taylor.
Oh God. What do we? He's one of my least favorites.
Me too. Man, I thought I was gonna have to argue, but yeah, he's like a cheaper.
Oh, but I'll tell you this. He had style.
yeah,
He did have
and
style.
great hair.
Like, I have to admit, I did like his style. He had the worst personality ever. Put him in the style tier. He's got style.
Yeah, style and great hair. Oh, where is he? There he
Oh,
is.
yeah. I mean, he's got better hair than even the
Is that
oh my
him?
God. No, that's a different. That's not him.
No, that's him. He had a
He
beard.
had a
in the
beard?
first one.
Oh,
okay.
he had a beard. Yeah. See, style.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you can say style about this next guy, Oliver Harper. Now he's actually from Big Finish. Now, that's our first Big Finish.
I forgot. I don't know who he is. I
Let
cannot
me see
comment.
if I have another picture of him. Maybe we can go for style. He does have a nice hat. It's got a nice.
He'd need it. He would need it.
Hey.
Snark. You know what you just did, Snark? That's what you just did.
I just meant to protect himself from the sun.
I think you broke Ryko.
Well, you did. I mean, because I would have been with him to 5 years ago, but now in my 50s.
Oh boy.
Oh, sorry, my 26s.
Yeah. What's going on?
In my late 20s. Yeah, sorry.
What? I'm 50. Well, what?
No, I'm in my 50s. You're 50. I'm in my 50s.
He should almost go in that
One is awesome.
confidence.
The other one is sad.
Oh. Ooh.
Who? What?
I'm thinking that he should go in that confidence one or whatever.
Oh,
He's very,
okay, yeah.
He looks like he's very confident with his hair, with his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody who's willing to flaunt his bald head like that, that's confidence, man.
hmm Although he does have a
Good
hat.
point. Good point. Very good point. Where is he?
Look for the
Right.
shiniest one.
I really didn't think we are going to go through this many.
There's a
Hold
lot.
on. You said I don't want to do that again.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the
Can
thing,
we
when I'm
speed this up? Because I don't think there were going to be this many. Let's go through the ones we don't know. Let's just go through those and let's concentrate on the ones that we do know.
Okay, so man, I'm gonna need your help on deleting some of these. Okay, so
I'm doing it, 50.
So we talked about her earlier. She's the slave. She sacrificed herself to save the doctor. I'm saying that's either badassery or we could start a new tier.
Yeah,
called,
but is that just programming, right?
Oh boy.
Oh, come on!
what?
You're not gonna let me have this, are you?
Which one would you like? Where do you like? You're the curator. Where do you think she would fit best?
You know what? Actually, thinking about it, I think it might be loyalty.
Yeah,
Because
if
That
she
the actually
sacrifices
you
herself, if she sacrifices herself for the doctor, sounds loyal.
yeah, that sounds loyal or stupid, but okay.
You know,
We'll
that's
go
not a
with loyal.
tier. That's not a tier.
It's not a tier,
Loyalty
no.
and stupidity sometimes tend to go together.
That is so
Uh,
true.
Yes, you're right.
To quote some
Very
current characters said once, the bravery of idiots is bravery nonetheless.
Sure.
So true. All right,
Okay,
all
Are
right.
you not with that picture, 50?
Oops, yeah, sorry.
Series 50, we're still in the first season, man.
Yeah, no, actually, that's season 3 already. We're moving.
All right, who's
moving
this?
Sarah Kingdom. She's from the Dalek Master Plan. Another one sacrificed herself for the Doctor, and she's also in the space military.
Okay,
She
she's
looks
got
like
a gun.
badass. to me.
Badass.
She
Badass.
looks like a friggin' badass.
Definitely badass. Definitely badass. Cannot argue with that.
Hey man, yeah. Girls with guns, badass.
Agreed.
Or we should have a stupid tier as well. Could be either.
Oh boy.
Do you want me to add one? Because
all
I'm
right,
fine with
all
that.
right. Let's go. All right.
No,
who's
we just
next?
make sure that they don't go in the ingenuity one. They could
Well,
fit in
speaking of stupid, how about Dodo Chaplin?
Oh, how do we rate this?
Yeah, that's not the style. That's style not done right. She is not
that is style not done right. But you know what? Dodo was sweet, wasn't she? Sweet.
Not in my book. She wasn't.
I don't know. Was she funny?
She was obnoxious. Is there an obnoxious tier?
Yeah.
Here's another picture of her.
Okay.
I love
Mixed.
Bailey.
Yeah, it's mixed bag, I guess.
Mixed bagger. Mixed bagger.
Yeah, another mixed bagger. There she is. Well, at least she's not in the forgotten.
No,
you
no, she
remembered her.
definitely like she's memorable.
Yeah, for all the wrong reasons.
Most
How
likely.
about Polly?
Oh.
You know what I have to say about Polly?
Mamma mia, bellissima!
Oh boy.
Thank
So
you
are
very
you
much.
saying style? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Very,
that's-
very much.
Actually,
On
I
the-
can see it. This is like
the
I
style.
prefer the style of Susan, but this is very stylish.
yeah, it's very
Yeah,
up the
her-
very
her-
up the time.
I
for
wouldn't
sure.
wear this. Very of the times.
Yeah, I like the hair. I love the eyebrows. This is from the Atlantis episode, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, she's definitely got the style. The 60s had style galore. I have to admit that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like looking at the 60s from the outside looking in, hoping I would have been there myself.
Hmm.
Ben Jackson. I'm going to say, you know what? I think we might need to add a new category for this guy. Chivalry.
Well, they put him in the mix. Well, that's kindness, isn't it?
Shit, no, like chivalry, bravery.
Yeah, because I'm struggling with this. I think there are a lot of characters who would actually fit better in the chivalry tier, as opposed to bravery or kindness or loyalty. Even.
But what is chivalry? Is that just an outdated sexist trope?
Yeah, I suppose.
Put it like he's kind. He's a nice person.
Okay. First,
Let me see the picture again.
hold on.
No, the other one.
The
This
first
one.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's just a sad soul. He's kind. He's a sad soul.
Okay.
I remember him being a sad soul on the show.
I don't. Okay. Maybe we both remember the show differently.
Maybe. All right. Who's
James
next?
Robert McCrimmon. What do you
Yeah.
think?
This one's so hard, right? Because
Style.
I'm
oh,
saying
But he's got loyalty. He's funny.
Doesn't he wear a
He's-
kilt? How many more guys are gonna wear a kilt on this thing?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess I don't know because. All right,
Yes.
style. Look at that. That's all right. Oh my
100%.
God, Jesus Christ. Okay, that is a nice picture. All right, yeah.
You know what? You know why else? Fraser Haynes really ages like fine wine.
Oh my goodness.
This
Yeah,
is
he
an
does.
older version of him with the Sixth Doctor on Big Finish.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. He's got a lot of qualities, but that's style, man,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he wears it well.
And if not style, most likely have been badassery too.
Yes.
Well, he's also funny. I also found him hilarious.
Yeah, but he's unintentionally funny.
Wait a minute. Would he be the first one to put chemistry?
Ooh, actually, you know what? That's a really good
Because
one.
when you talk about chemistry with the Doctor, when you talk about somebody who is just perfect in the show, perfect with the Doctor, he's got to be on the top of the list.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Very, very good point, Michael. Very good point.
He was probably the first true companion where you cannot see him without his Doctor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also say he's the honorary mayor of the style column as well.
Yes. So, but this is why he's hard because he is a fan favorite because he's got so many great qualities, right?
Yeah. Victoria Waterfield. I'm saying style for this one. And hold on, I'll upload a few more pictures where she shows off her style. But right now, as you can see, she's got really great hair.
Well, she wore the Victorian dresses, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's style.
Her name is literally Victoria.
Oh yeah, look at those outfits. Oh hell yeah! All right, yeah. When the hell did they dress her in the '60s stuff? Okay, you lose points for that. You take a Victorian woman and you dress her in a '60s miniskirt. That just doesn't make any sense.
Well, it shows that she's very adaptable in her style. She can work in any-
Sure.
So style?
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
All right,
cool.
who's next?
This next one, I honestly have no idea where we're gonna put him. Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart.
Okay, he's got bravado. He's got confidence up the fucking wazoo, man. That is his sexy mustache and sexy confidence. This is why he's in charge because he knows he's in charge. That's confidence, baby.
But
Sounds good.
confidence or badassery or chemistry with the doc, like
He's got all of them, but
I
it's his.
like the confidence. I like the confidence.
Look at that. And look, and the way he used to stand, it's like he's better than you, right? Like he had that stance. I'm better than you. Not when he was older. His younger self was like I am better than
He's
you.
also ordering this, and he's still confident up the fucking wazoo.
I
The
think confidence is the one.
yeah. He's
as
the
opposed to
epitome
his-
of confidence.
As opposed to his evil counterpart, of course.
And even he was confident. That okay? You got to give style to that.
All right. So.
Okay, now
It's
we're going
hard
to
to
my
put
era.
him
This
in
is
the
my
same
era
category.
now. Huh?
It's hard for me to put him in the same category as that other guy.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. He is the king of confidence, except maybe for one other character. Oh,
Zoe Harriet.
I like Zoe a lot, but what is her defining quality? Why is she? Why was Brigadier came in the second one? That's right, I forgot. Zoe's smart as fuck.
Yes, absolutely. It's hinted at that she's sometimes smarter than the Doctor.
Yeah. Zoe, it's probably why I liked her.
Oh, look, there's a nice GIF I found of her modeling.
All right. No.
Oh, that's like that Austin Powers thing or whatever. No, yes.
She,
Okay, the 60s were
one of her-
hilarious and with the mini skirts. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, she's also got really good style.
Yeah, no,
I
but but her on the show was her smarts.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
absolutely.
they dressed her up in outfits that probably are, a little bit more tight than they should have been, but
Yeah, a little bit too 60s for
That was just the
2010, the 2020.
way the '60s were, right?
yeah, but look at Susan. Susan, they never did that to Susan, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
never.
Never.
Where?
Oh my God, Dodo! I just that outfit is just so hideous.
John Benton, Sergeant
Uh,
Benton.
Loyalty? It has to be loyalty, right?
Yeah, loyalty and reliability.
Well, yeah. I mean, we don't have that, so put them in the loyalty, reliability. Yeah, that's the same thing. Loyalty / reliability.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the thing is, the actor wasn't very confident in his abilities when he was actually acting. So Roger Delgado always peppered in his own dialogue by saying, "Oh, the reliable old John Benton," try to keep his spirits up, help him. He says that better than me, but you get my meaning. He tried,
Sure.
he tried
Okay.
to help boost his confidence in himself.
So, are we in the third Doctor yet, or is that he's still from the second one?
Well, it's kind of a
second.
transitional period, which
Yeah,
is why we
I
unfortunately have to talk about this. Stupid
who the hell? What is this? I don't know what that is.
It's Barnabas. It's a robot that the second Doctor built during his original exile from the time.
Okay, forget
Forgot.
it. Like forgotten. What the hell?
Looks like the Tin Man. So many.
I don't know what the fudge that is.
Oh my gosh.
Probably was fudge. I think I need to upload a second batch of pictures now. Okay, so Ben,
Yeah.
you can delete everything you see.
Everything? One where?
At the moment, everything you see.
Okay. So like from here?
Yes. So I'm uploading a new batch now, which will automatically be at the bottom. So
So this one gone?
yeah, everything.
What a great alien.
So up to when you see that one that says Benton, that's the last one you can delete. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully I'll. Okay.
You don't have to show it, Ben, because it's gonna just interrupt.
Yeah, I'm
the-
like saying, do we have to look through them all again? Oh,
Okay.
don't delete her.
There's a new one.
No, that's me. That's me.
Okay, all right. Brains.
Yeah, I'm saying either brains or confidence.
Oh, that's right. She was very confident, but oh man, but she was a scientist and she was, but I'd say the brains because her like they cast her to sort of be the Doctor's equal, which didn't last in the sun. Like, I mean, it's amazing. They cast her to be a smart, and then people go, "No, we don't want somebody that smart."
We don't want smart female characters.
So it has to be because that's the reason they created her character was for her brains. She was a scientist after all.
Absolutely.
She had the
Bessie?
look. Wait, Bessie is not. It's style. If we're gonna rate Bessie, it's style.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
true.
that's a sexy car.
That is a very sexy car.
That's a sexy car standing there with.
All right,
four
why
doctors.
does Tom Baker look hideous there?
Because it's not Tom Baker, it's a Tom Baker wax dummy.
Oh, okay.
They refuse to take a picture with him.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh,
So
that's
do you know
hilarious.
that the whole thing with the 5 doctors is
Yeah. He didn't want to be in it. That's why I was wondering
it's
how
not
did he
that he
be.
didn't want to be in it. It's he wrote a script that was mainly 4th Doctor centric, and they were like, "Fuck no, we were doing this before you, buddy. This should be about all of us." So they just went ahead and wrote a script that didn't include him at all, and they refused to do anything with him up until that point. The later years, it's sort of mellowed with the other doctors, but yeah, the original two doctors, because Harper was gone already, did not really like Tom Baker at all. So Joe Grimes,
So
Josephine,
that's
Joe Jones.
that's so hard. So hard to pick.
I think. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I'm thinking probably.
Chemistry, I think.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love this picture. I love this picture.
Yeah, the two of them together were priceless. Yeah, they really were a pair. Like they like the what Jamie and Thingy were for the second Doctor, she was for the third. Yeah, the chemistry they had was just because she had a lot of qualities as a character, right? And she grew as a character as well. Was a lot more confident in the final seasons than the first season. But it's chemistry.
She learned how to resist the master's hypnotic suggestion.
Yeah. No. She's one of she isn't like there are certain ones that you remember them because of the pairings with the Doctor, and you'd have to go with that. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay.
Mike
I
Yates.
barely remember him.
He's the guy that had a heel turn halfway through.
Yeah, I do remember the heel turn. Yeah.
So definitely not loyalty then.
Not loyalty.
Definitely not loyalty.
He did also have a redemption, and you know what? Not Big Finish, but the BBC audios. He stuck around with the Fourth Doctor for like years and years into his ageness. So redemption, I'd say. But
he's a mixed bag. He really is, because he's like, because they wrote him all over the place.
Yeah, they did.
I think if you're saying that he's a good guy that turned on the Doctor but came back, that's as mixed bag almost as he can get.
You know what? It's kind of funny. I'm realizing it now. He's kind of got this little Ben Bateman look to him, doesn't he?
I don't know. No.
I don't know. I'm getting. Anyway, I was going to bring up a joke that the reason he has his heel turn was because he had his mind controlled by a supercomputer, which was literally named the Boss. So.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh,
Who's
boy.
Next?
Anyways, I was making these jokes when I was high on COVID, so I apologize.
Okay. All right. Let's go next.
Next. Oh well, there's this kid from the comics.
I've forgotten.
Forget
we don't know these. We're not as nerdy as you.
I know. I apologize.
I mean, we're nerdy, but you're the king of nerds.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that as an insult. I meant that as a compliment.
I'm
thinking the king.
that is the ultimate compliment, man. What are you
Oh.
That's what I'm
you think
thinking.
you think it's too much praise? Okay, I have too much
gosh.
praise. I see what you mean.
Okay.
Well, he's the king of Doctor Who nerds.
So sadly, we're gonna stick around with the Forgotten for a little bit more because we got a few from the stage.
Can we just get rid of them? Like forgotten. I don't know who they are. Forgot.
This one.
Forgot. Oh, forgot. I'm in the process of forgetting.
Hold on. I just wanted to look at the alien.
That's Zog from the stage plays. What's his name?
Oh, really?
The Ultimate Adventure, I think that's the name of the thing. Okay, so we forgot you. Ben, I really hope you're deleting those pictures while
I'm trying to, man. You're going too fast.
Hey, I blame the other two right next to me.
Well, seriously, guys, I don't have all night. I don't know how much we're gonna get through this because I really didn't think you're gonna have every single friggin' companion in every single friggin' medium that ever lived. I mean, it's bad enough we go through 60 years of the show.
But it's fun, right?
It is fun. But I maybe we need to skip and go to the new ones for Ben for a while. But there's so much ingenuity, brains, chemistry. Okay, maybe not style. I was never too big on her style, but
Yeah, I agree with that.
well, look at that. Come on, no. Well, her later stuff, yeah. Oh man, what is her? Like, she's just, I don't know, like just everything.
Yeah,
You know what?
You don't want to put her in mixed bag.
No,
But
she's a
a bit of
badass
everything.
because she's a little bit of everything. She's a badass, right? No? Is it chemistry? She's got chemistry with it.
Because
she's got it with every single doctor.
Oh yeah.
The 10th Doctor, she had chemistry. The 11th Doctor, she had chemistry. The 4th Doctor, the 3rd Doctor. Did she ever go with any of the others?
Yeah.
She was with the first. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't remember her. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, but he's technically not the first Doctor.
The actual first Doctor, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't count him. I don't like him at all.
Chemistry.
I agree with you.
But it's not. That's too much. No, Sarah Jane is more than chemistry. We need a tier all on her own somewhere.
No kidding.
Because she's the greatest. Like, she's got every quality there is, except style. Because she does not.
Yeah, I think she just has the one up top.
We need Benton, right?
Yeah, Benton, you can delete.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah Jane. Yeah, she's like Sarah Jane.
Bam.
Yeah. Of the companions on the thing, only 2 of them had their own show named after them, right? Her and the.
Actually, a
robot dog.
Her and K9, yeah.
We're not putting K9 in his own category. I ain't doing it.
It'd be funnier if we put her in the put K9 in the Sarah Jane category.
Yeah.
Harry Sullivan is an imbecile.
Oh, I love him. He's funny.
I love it when the 4th Doctor yells that.
I know. He's funny. He's brave. He's like, I don't know. What's his defining quality?
Humor, but unintentionally, just like the other.
Yeah, he made me laugh.
He is wearing an ascot.
Yeah. In the 70s, which is like, ascots were totally in the 70s.
So
I think maybe humor, right?
Yeah, he was
Harry.
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When you look at those 3, you go, okay, yeah. He's that mold. Yeah. That's who he is.
The 3 Stooges.
They are the 3 Stooges. Yeah. No, forget. Stop. I don't know who those people are.
I mean, I put them on the list for a reason.
Yeah, because you want to show off.
Now it's Leela.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, badass.
I forgot. Oh yeah, badass. 100%.
Yeah, definitely badass.
She's the epitome of badassery.
Here's a bit more closed version.
There's maybe only one character that's a bigger badass than her. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? We'll see when we get to that character.
I don't know.
Well, we got a lot of characters.
No, Jack is the confident. Jack just oozes confidence.
100%.
He's not a companion. I don't
yes,
count
he is.
him. He didn't know yeah, but okay, but he's a dum-dum. I don't like him.
but he's still
okay. He was funny. Put him in the humor. He was hilarious. He was there for comedy relief.
Mr. Henry Gordon Shaker.
Yeah, there we go. The 4 Stooges.
And the other guy, his partner.
Okay, he was more serious.
Yeah, definitely. He was more gentle.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you put him. Just forgotten.
What?
I didn't like him.
You were in this game forgotten.
No, put him in mixed bag.
Yeah, I think
He's-
mixed bag would be a good spot.
Yeah, Miss Beck's good. Did you know that those guys had a spin-off show on Big Finish which lasted for 14 seasons?
Jeez.
No.
Which is actually longer than the modern series is. The same.
Wow.
And they only stopped it because one of them died. Like they were gonna continue this.
Way to go.
K9.
Yay.
What do we put him in? What do you
Not
how do you
afraid of this,
define
Keegan.
this guy?
Chemistry with the doctor.
I'm saying probably brains. That's just me.
Well, he's brave. Remember he always used to call him, "You're such a brave dog."
Yeah. But we don't have a brave tier though.
Oh, he's ingenuity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, he could figure things out. Let me calculate that for you. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, he's a total ingenuity. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
All right.
Oh my god.
Next.
Yay.
We're almost. Come on, let's go through the fourth one.
Romana
Bra-
Forashvalunga.
Brains.
Brains? Because I was gonna suggest style.
Yeah,
Hold on.
but she's brains and oh my god, yeah. Look at that.
That
Brains and style. I thought I like the fact she was smart. That's what I liked about her. And yeah, you're right. Those outfits are just insanely awesome. Oh, it's so hard with her. Yeah, you know what? The other Romana's going to brains, so let's put her in style.
Really? Because I was gonna put the other Romana in style and this one in brain. No, wait. What am I even saying?
No idea.
Actually, you know what? The other Romana might be better in chemistry with the doctor. You know why?
Well, they did get married. So,
Yeah, they were married in real life, so
and got divorced. So that's chemistry there.
Yep.
Put her in the style or a brain. I know she was smart, but
Yeah, put her in
you're
brains.
right. Put her in brains. But boy, those outfits are just insanely awesome.
but like I said, the other Romana also has a few good ones.
Yeah, they were more like her were more evening wear. I'd wear that on no evening night out. Can you imagine me in that white
gosh.
chiffon? That'd be awesome.
I can't stop imagining.
Look at that. Oh, I would wear that. I would wear that hat. That hat I would wear.
Man,
Yeah,
I
but
really
she-
need you to hurry up with these.
Really, I'm trying, man.
Oh, she's so
Yay.
look at her. She's got style, brains. She's
Chemistry
adorable.
with-
She's
she's got a lot.
a chemistry. She's kind.
She's smart. She also became the president of Gallifrey at one point.
Mm.
You know what? Do we put her in the Sarah Jane pile?
Well,
Because
I-
she's got to be close to that Sarah Jane type of. Oh my God,
you know what? How about the Sarah Jane tier is just a stand-in tier for the best.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the S tier.
like just everything. You cannot define these people. They are so
Yeah,
they got so many qualities that make them awesome.
on that-
50 Newton show.
yes,
So-
we did a long time ago. We can actually erase all the way up to both Romanas. But on that note, hold on, take this off. I would like to propose that we also put the Brigadier up here.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree.
Because, I mean, you're talking about the best, the Brigadier's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually struggled with this guy, but he's on a lot of other people's lists, so I put him here also. This
Oh
idiot.
God, he's hilarious. Put him under funny. This man is one of the funniest. He's your butlers. Oh no, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
He
and
made me laugh.
I also made this specifically for this occasion.
What's Scarlioni's angle?
Scarlioni's angle, never heard of. You ever heard of Scarlioni's angle?
Yeah, well, I was never any good at geometry.
Where is he? There he is.
He is hilarious. What are you doing? That's a Louis Vuitton. Cracks me up every time. All right, who's next?
Okay, so just because I know this character and I'm not just pulling stuff out of my ass, I'm saying mixed bag. Even though I know this character, there's
I don't know who
nothing.
this. Unfortunately, I don't know this character.
Well, she is the first person of color companion back in the.
Yeah, but what and what? Was it in comics and?
Yeah, it was the first comic book for
Oh, okay. I'm sad that I'm not familiar with this, but yeah, I am not familiar with this.
What's her name?
Sharon Davis. She started out as a schoolgirl and just aged 4 years in one story, and became a. Actually, you know what? I think maybe Confidence, because she had the.
Well, you
confidence
know
to
her.
go-
The rest of us have no, don't know her at all. Because I never read the comics or even listened to the big audio finishes.
I'm gonna put Confidence.
Okay.
Out of personal experience.
Sure.
Something I don't have personal experience with this is this character.
I don't know
I
who
haven't
that
gotten
is.
to the finishes yet.
Nah, get rid of. Nope. Forgotten. Don't care. Great monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Drashings. So forgot.
Yeah. Okay. What are we gonna do? Do you see? Do you see what I see? When we get to that person, what are we gonna do?
Which person would you be referring to, Mr. Wright?
We're gonna get to that person soon.
Whoops.
All right. Who's next?
We'll know as soon as all the pictures will be uploaded.
All right. Don't
Okay,
know
no
who
idea
that
who-
is. I have no idea who that is.
Okay. Where even is she? There she is.
I don't know who she is. I have no clue who that is.
She's forgotten.
Okay.
That's what she is.
I have a slight baseline on who this character is.
I
Never
have
heard her audios, but I know loyalty because she, just like Mike Yates, she stuck around with the Doctor when he retired in Sussex for a bit. So
okay.
yeah, it was like the Doctor sort of retired, the fourth Doctor that is, retired and just lived on a cabin in Sussex for like 40-something years with Mike Yates and this character. So
Sure. I don't know her at all. Never heard of her.
me neither.
Who should I delete from now, 50?
All the way up to this character that says Margaret.
All right, come on, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so
Because
we'll
there's
get
one character I want to talk about.
this character.
Ah, what did we do with this one?
Yeah,
I hate
Go
this
away.
person.
The
Look
stowaway.
That is like anti-style. He's
Yeah.
supposedly smart, but that is the dumbest person ever.
He was almost a vampire.
He was almost a vampire. He's a dumbass and died because he doesn't know how to get off a ship. Look, that is
Anywhere.
anti-style.
Anywhere but brains.
Anywhere? No, just is there we have a Sarah Jane tier for the
no,
best?
yeah,
we
no,
have
no,
like
no.
oh my god tier
Yes.
for the worst.
Mm.
He's got no
think
chemistry.
yeah.
He's got no nothing.
He's definitely not loyal.
You know, Tom Baker wanted him to be a mute because he didn't think the kid could act.
Well, you know what? Tom Baker was right.
Well,
What do we do with him? He's horrible.
Okay, I have a
we
proposal.
can't put him in forgotten because we all remember him.
He's not forgotten at all.
Yeah.
But I have a
He's not funny.
I have a proposition though.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
We named the best tier Sarah Jane Smith.
Right.
How about we name the worst tier Chameleon?
Sure.
Yes, you're right.
When
The
we get-
he goes in the chameleon tier. Ah, Ben, you were so lucky you didn't watch the old shows because you didn't get a chance. Oh my God, he is horrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not great.
He
you
ruined
ran
the
out of
show for me.
Chalmers. Hold on.
And the others that are coming along. The next few companions are like the worst ever. They're so bland, so boring, so dull, and they put them in outfits that are just ridiculous.
Hold on. What?
Yes.
I'm gonna make a case for Nissa, at least.
Mhm.
What?
I gotta stand up for my girl Nissa. Come on. You're not doing this to me, right, girl? Not at all.
There's a reason why this is one of my least favorite periods of the Doctor.
But still.
Fine,
Nissa's
I'll let you
only
guys
good
put her in a tier.
What?
I'll let you guys put her in a tier. She wasn't loyal. She fled with the first chance she got with like friggin' lepers.
She wasn't. He was loyal. Look, dude. I know you don't listen to Big Finish, but she stuck around with the Doctor for a very.
The woman left on a leper ship. That's not loyalty. That's somebody who wants to get the fuck out.
Yeah, but she came back. She came back as an older woman. Look at her. She came back later. in the life.
Okay, fine. Put her in any tier you want.
You know what? I was going to make a really long presentation about this back when it was in the older format. Well, since Ryko doesn't want to put her in loyalty, I'm saying at least style, because she did have some really good looking.
Okay, fine. My
You're gonna
God.
be like this all day.
That
all
is not
day.
style. That is like Dodo style. All right. The next one's even worse.
Wow.
Again, reminder. Oops, I forgot to put this guy here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The next one's even.
The mayor.
The next
The
one's
mayor,
even
the
worse. Wait, who is the next? Is the next one the one I think?
She's not.
I hate this series. I hate this period in the
I
Doctor.
always knew you hated the Fifth Doctor. I had no idea you hated it that much.
I hate everything about it. I hate the companions. I hate the style. I hate the scripts. I hate everything. All right. I will calm down. I will calm down. She was loyal. Oh, no, not really.
You know what she was, though? You know what she was?
What?
Confident. You can't say
Yes.
she wasn't.
Put her in the She had unearned confidence. Put it in there. She's the George W. Bush of
Wow.
Doctor Who.
Wow.
She's just ready, man.
Yeah, so you guys can tell what I like and what I don't like.
Well, you don't like the TV companions of the Fifth Doctor.
I know. They were supposedly great in the audio fitting. I never listened to the audio.
Yeah.
So
I have a hard time relating to this Fifth Doctor character.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no idea.
Maxwell
He looks
Edison.
like you. He looks like you,
Aw.
though.
Hey!
He does.
Maxwell Edison. Come on.
You just have to wear a. You should start wearing a beret, 50, and there you go.
Totally. Look, he's got a coat just like yours. Look at that.
Come on.
Tell me that doesn't
not
look
that
like
coat.
him. Does
Not
that
that
not
coat.
look like 50?
In what universe does that look like me?
So put him in style. Because I think you got great style, 50.
Well, at least one of us thinks that way.
Oh
Did
my
I
gosh.
mention he was played by Brian Williams in the one Big Finish episode he showed up in?
I know, but you did now.
Again, I had a really big presentation before any of this shenanigans got flipped around.
All right. Who's next?
Well, where's his stupid face?
Oh my God, it's past
At the
11.
end.
All right, guys, we may have to do this as a two-parter, but let's see.
Do we say style?
Yeah.
He's like I will just that drawing is just I would dress like that. And 50 it doesn't. What is Mysterio doing in here?
Mysterio's here.
That's not Mysterio. That's
What the
Shade.
fuck is this? This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I love Shade. Come on.
They named the guy dressed all in black Shade.
Yes.
That's just wrong on every level. He looks like he belongs in a Johnny Quest cartoon.
Ooh.
Well, it was the 80s comics, you know. I'll say that.
Okay.
But you know what? He's a badass. He's
All right,
definitely
put him
a
in the
badass.
bad. I will trust you, 50.
He has a gun. And
Yeah,
I think that's
he has a
the
gun.
baseline for the badass thing or whatever. If you have a gun,
Yeah.
you're gonna go in the badass part.
Speaking of badass, yeah, this guy's
I
a knight
don't know
in
who
the
that
Army
is.
Corps.
I'm okay. Put him in the badass. Let's go.
He looks like He-Man.
That's what I was thinking too. Oh, that's He-Man.
Totally looks like He-Man.
Okay, cool.
All right. Let's get to somebody we know. I am such an impatient old man. Do you know what's
Yeah, I know.
great?
Fine.
When I was
25.
younger, that was considered horrible. No. What is this? Craven the Hunter?
Maybe.
That's Gus Goodman. He's an American fighter.
Oh, look
pilot.
at him. He looks like Craven the Hunter.
I thought he
Yeah,
was
that's the thing I mentioned it. Never thought about
Tony
that.
Stark's father.
Totally.
Kinda.
So
So
he's Craven. That's
style.
Craven. All right, Craven the Hunter.
So are we saying style?
Yeah,
I like him.
I seriously, I know nothing about these characters.
Yeah, no idea.
But I showed you. Okay, you know what?
Yeah, but you can't go off of one picture. Style is more than just one picture, man. Style is an attitude. Style is
This is style.
is this who is this? Is this what's her name?
Katie Manning.
Yeah.
It's the actress, yes, but it's a different character. It's
Oh, I've never heard of this character.
Iris Wildtime. I think style works here.
Sure, I know nothing of her. Except that it looks like Katie Manning. All right.
Okay.
There's got to be some we recognize.
Oh shit! I forgot.
You're horrible at improv, aren't you? Can we not like improvise and skip stuff?
I was preparing for a different format. Okay.
It doesn't matter. Even in that format, I'd be yelling at you to skip through this crap.
Okay, Thomas Brewster. Where are we putting this asshole? The guy that stole the TARDIS.
He's forgotten. I don't know who he is.
I'm saying ingenuity for this.
Ingenuity.
Sure.
Yeah,
Well,
Thieves,
we trust
are
you.
ingenious.
That's true. If he's a thief, put him in the ingenuity.
Hannah Bartholomew.
Don't know who that is.
She's a big game huntress, and she joined the crew.
So she's an asshole. All right.
Okay.
Badass. She's a huntress.
She's a badass huntress. Okay.
All right. Put her in the badass huntress thing.
Okay. I'll find her later. Let's get back to someone we all know.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Which sadly happens to be this guy.
Do we put him in the thingy tier?
Chameleon.
The chameleon tier?
Wait a minute, I thought you said we all know him. I don't know him.
Yeah, he does. Thank God. And wait. As a joke, can we put him in the loyalty?
Oh my.
You know what? I think we should, because he, like I said, he did have a redemption arc. But even though he's the furthest thing ever from loyalty.
Just as a joke, let's put him in loyalty.
As a joke, let's put him in loyalty.
He was a double agent. He was a spy.
Okay.
Where did Snark go?
Snark, are you still with us?
I think Snark is dead.
He said he'll be right back. We're going to have a chat.
Okay.
You know what? I feel terrible now. I didn't even notice he was gone.
I did. Because I tried to look and I saw a chair.
A chair that just
All
sat
right,
there.
50. We may have to do this in 2 parts because it's past 11 here, almost midnight. So we've already been up. We created a tier for this guy.
Do you really want to end on this note?
Oh my God, look at
Look,
the
look.
cod piece. Look at the cod piece. Oh my, can you bring up the, God, this is what were they thinking?
They found this thing in a junkyard, literally.
He looks like that one robot from that Robin Williams movie, Bicentennial Man.
Oh,
He
oh
died.
yeah.
I mean, we literally named the worst tier after
all
him,
right.
so might as well.
All right, can we, because,
let's at least end on a high note with Perry.
all right, I am not the biggest Perry fan, but I don't hate her like I do all the other ones. There we go. She
You know what?
was.
I don't know much
She
about
was
her.
spunky. So what category does spunky fall under?
I think she should be in the loyalty because she actually
She was
stuck
very
around
loyal.
for the
Yeah, she was
entire
very loyal. All right, I actually, because we're very close. There was one character I want to end on.
Okay.
We might be close because there's not that. As long as we stick to the main ones. That's I'm saying. Don't the main ones.
Eventually deleting the ones right before I'm clicking on anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I admittedly went a little too far with the. Okay, so the main ones.
Oh,
Let me scroll down the massive list that I have right here.
Because there is one that I wanna end on a high note.
Okay, so how about we hit on Frobisher?
I don't know who that is. Go away.
I love this guy. Oh, that was
Oh
fun.
my God! Like this is not a good advertisements for the. Wait.
Oh, I think. Hold on. I think I know which one you're talking about. But we have one more before we can. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
The one I'm thinking of. I'm guessing you weren't talking about Melanie.
Melanie does not deserve to be in the chameleon tier, but
no, absolutely not. Yeah, I agree.
But what is it? There can't be style. You can't. No.
Yeah, I think brains.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, brains.
It's not loyalty, and
she's a computer programmer. I mean, she memorized 150 different dinosaurs when she was 8.
Oh, yeah,
I don't even remember Pokemon names at that age.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go. Is this the one we're talking about? Is this one of my favorites?
Probably, and actually, because we were doing this in the old format, the one with the most pictures, actually.
This is the epitome of badass, man.
Look at this.
This is how you define badass. I love this character. Look at and style. The 80s. Well, I don't know what the fuck that is. But okay, that's wrong. That does not fit her character.
You sure about
that? That does not fit her character. What the hell was that?
The 90s were a crazy time for Doctor Who, let me tell you.
Look at that. Like, she is bad. She beat the crap out of a Dalek with a baseball bat. You don't get any more badass than that. This is... She deserves to be the queen of badass.
Where is she even?
I don't know. I loved her as a character. She like, this is when I went back to Doctor Who. I went, oh, this wasn't that bad the last few seasons. And it's mostly because of her.
Cancelled, I'm assuming.
Yeah. But she is definitely in my top tier of companions and also of characters.
So let me
Snark, you're not that familiar with her, sounds like it.
No, like those last seasons or whatever. But I knew who like Ace was as soon as I saw her. I knew that was Ace.
Yeah. I love Ace. Ace is because they like she was very different than any other companion up to that point. She is a good transition into the modern companion because she had
So
a
let me ask you this.
backstory. Huh?
Let me ask you this. What do you feel about the fact that she's coming back?
I don't know. I don't know because like it doesn't feel like the same character, but I can't wait to see what they did with her, right? Because people grow older and makes me sad, but I am looking forward to it because I did love her as a character, and they did a good job of bringing Sarah Jane back. In fact, they even did a Joe Grant. They did a good job with bringing Joe Grant back. I thought that was decent. Who else have they brought back?
I think that was it. Oh, but I
Uh,
mean,
Everyone back.
9, I
Sarah
guess.
Jane came back how many times?
Sarah Jane was Leah they brought back for like that special that did not work.
What special? What?
The for charity there was a charity special.
What? How did I miss that?
You're not familiar with the charity special?
Which one? What did it
I
have
believe
names?
it's the yeah they brought her back. What the hell was it called?
No idea.
It was in
Well,
the Leela Doctor Who. What was the charity special? What the hell was that called?
in the
It was
meantime,
awful.
I'm just going to rank the ones I do know so we can get through this.
Okay. So
Wait.
can we like unfortunately like how many because it is getting unfortunately it is getting late for me. If you want to do a second tier with the modern ones, we could do that, but it is getting late and it's already like 11:30, so it's already like 2.5 hours after my bedtime.
But here's my question: if we do a second part, when do you want to meet up and do the second half?
I don't know. So I'm flexible because we could do the modern ones, right? Because we pretty much finished the old ones now, right?
How about we do the modern ones? Rather, let's say this: the main ones, the ones that you're probably familiar with, and I'll just stay here and try to make sense.
Okay, you mean just do them now? But there's still a lot of them, right?
He had an
Yeah,
Ice
but
Warrior as a
I'll
companion.
stay here on my own and just
Okay.
rank
Yeah,
these guys as I see fit because I know most of these. Most, not all of them.
Wow.
Are we good with that?
Yeah.
All right. So
Because look at them. Look how many are still left. All right. This question before we go is: there's anyone in the modern that fits into the Sarah Jane tier? I don't think so. Is there one?
I would say Donna, I would say Martha, I would say
I would
Wolf.
say Donna.
and do not mention Donna's name in Raiko's presence. Do not do that.
Okay, I don't hate Donna, but I all the love she gets is a little misplaced.
That first episode wasn't great. I think some of the episodes she did when she was the full-time companion
We're good, but
it got better. It got better.
right. My biggest problem with her is the inconsistency of her character, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that was the biggest problem. But because there were episodes where I loved her, right? But there were episodes where I'm like going, ah. So, but
50 would probably put, Clara would have to be near the top of that Sarah Jane tier, I'm sure, right?
Shut up,
maybe.
please.
I wanted to know it. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, because you were too busy deleting pictures, like I asked you, which you have been doing pretty
doing
well.
his job. He's doing his job.
Yeah, there's
okay,
I love the modern ones, but I don't know if there's any modern one that
Rose,
maybe
you wouldn't put Rose, you wouldn't put Rose Tyler up at the top.
Can I
maybe
can I do I have some? Can I have something to add?
Sure.
Sure.
So apparently, even though the Sixth Doctor met this character on television, he later became a full-time companion in the comics. H.G. Wells.
Really?
Yeah, he was in the TV show. Do you have something to add about the TV show appearance of
Oh, I don't
H.G.
remember.
Wells?
I don't remember this at all.
The H.G. Wells episode?
All I know about H.G. Wells is he won the time machine.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want a great H.G. Wells,
Yeah, because
check out
he's a real
Time After
character.
Time. Have you seen
What?
Time After Time, 50? The movie
Uh,
Time After Time, 1979.
Is that the
With
Christopher Reeve one?
No, Malcolm
No, I don't
McDowell,
Oh, okay.
Mary Steenburgen, directed by oh my God, the Star Trek director Nicholas Meyer or Mayer. How do you pronounce it? Nicholas Mayer.
it's fine.
I think Meyer.
Meyer, yeah, Nicholas Meyer, and it's basically H.G. Wells invents a time machine, right, for real, and then his one of his friends turns out to be Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper steals the time
right.
machine
Yes.
and goes
Some
to
movie I haven't
modern day
thought
in
of
San Francisco.
Ever.
Huh?
That's a movie I haven't thought of forever.
I love that film. It's one of my all-time favorites. And if you're a Doctor Who fan, that's a great one to go after.
I'll put it on the list. So
And hold on, I almost forgot. Like the guy who plays Jack the Ripper. It's oh my God, he was also in Star Trek. David Warner. David
he was
Warner
on
plays.
Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, he was in. Yeah, that's right. So it's
He-
Malcolm McDowell as George E. Wells, Mary Steenburgen, and David Warner.
Cool.
And yeah, and it's basically Jack the Ripper and H.G. Wells tracking Jack the Ripper into modern day in San Francisco. Well, modern day 1979, but still.
I'm really glad I asked about H.G. Wells because I wouldn't have known about it after otherwise.
They actually tried to make a TV show a couple years ago. It was horrible. But what's her name? Oh my God. She's the actress. She's I forget her name, but it's this actress. She's the one that voices Lulu. Hello, or not Lululemon. Voices Honey Lemon in the not the Incredibles. What the hell is it? The Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6.
Yeah. What's her name? I can't remember her name now. She started. Yeah, the show was awful, but the movie is just a delight. And I'm always interested, like how people, like younger people like you and Ben relate to, and I guess you too, Snark.
That's right.
Relate to movies from the 70s, right? Because those are the ones I grew up on.
Way before I was born.
When were you born? Can I ask?
1974.
74. Okay.
Yeah. So
He's
that means I'm
21.
25. That means I'm 25 years old now.
You're 25.
Yeah,
No, you're
That's how time works, guys.
You're only 48. You're still you know what? In your 40s, people still call you young man every once in a while. Once you hit 50, nobody does.
I was called young man today.
See? The day I turned 50, not a single person has called me young man since.
Well, hey, so young man Ryko, what are we doing with H.G. Wells?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I need to go soon, so my brain is not working. I have no memory of H.G. Wells.
He's a real historical figure, so where do we want to put him?
Brains, you would think, right? Ingenuity.
Actually, yeah, ingenuity works.
Yeah, he invented a time machine. There we go.
Hey, invented a time machine. Grace from the movie.
I don't know. It's been years since I've seen the movie. I forget what I like about her, if I do. She's
a surgeon. She's a cardiosurgeon, so
yeah.
Yeah, well then brains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, 50. I apologize. I do have to go. It is. I am literally falling
I think
asleep.
I'm the one who should apologize.
Why? Cause so long.
No, because I went overboard with the companion. Although, but before you go, because you're still here, this character from the Curse of Fatal Death. That's the one.
Oh my God! I forgot. Yeah. I don't. Oh, funny. They were both just hilarious. My
All right.
favorite is that Hugh Grant was the doctor, and I like how her reaction to the sexy doctor. Ooh, I like this sexy doctor, Hugh Grant, right?
No, that was
Okay.
Richard.
Can we put a Hugh Grant tier for the doctor?
Well, this is a completely different list, but okay.
Well, no, I'm telling you, Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant is Hugh Grant, right? Like, I mean, there's not that many Hugh Grants in this world.
Speak for yourself.
So, not everyone can be a snark.
And he's awesome lately playing villains. He is so cursed. I cannot wait. I like her. I don't care what people say.
Yeah,
I like her.
think
as a
Rose
villain.
is best.
Rose was great.
Bad Wolf.
So do we go with chemistry, loyalty? What do we do?
For Rose,
Rose?
I think chemistry.
Yeah. Especially with the 10th Doctor. You could just feel the
Well, and the ninth Doctor.
A little, yeah. But I mean, I said especially the 10th, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not saying she didn't have any with the 9th, but she definitely had it with the 10th. And she kind of had it with John Hurt as well. I really liked her scenes with John Hurt.
Yeah, but technically that wasn't the same character. She was playing a different.
That's true. I mean, so I guess it's the actress. She's a good actress, surprisingly. Because she was a musician, not an actress, right?
Yeah, she started out as a singer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I believe Doctor Who is one of her first ever acting roles.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it's surprising that she was such a good actress. Eh? And as Melanie Bush was the same way, and then but with her you can see, not the same quality.
Bonnie Langford was a musician.
Huh?
Or Bonnie Langford was a musician, or did you mean?
No, she was a singer. Yeah, Bonnie Langford was a singer.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what she was famous for. Let me just double check. I thought that was. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought she was like a singer, or am I thinking of someone else?
Okay, so I am right now just uploading pictures of the modern ones because Raiko has to go, and I'll just.
Yeah, I'm literally falling asleep as we speak. So, I may be talking to you, but it's my dream. Yes, Lord Morpheus.
Oh shit! You sleepwalking?
I'm sleepwalking.
I'm sleepwalking in.
Oh my god!
Oh, Langford was a dancer. She was a dancer or something. She was famous before she was famous before she came on Doctor Who. I don't know why, or was it EastEnders or something? But I remember she was famous
probably
before.
with those kind of things. Corey. She was on Corey
Okay,
Street.
so this idiot.
Oh God, he's a moron.
Supposedly smart. Supposedly.
No. Anyway, I apologize. Good night to our fans. I cannot keep my eyes open anymore. Huh?
We can pick up from here. Go to sleep.
All right.
So
Good night.
also, if you want to go, and Ben, like seriously, I don't want to keep you guys here if you don't want to. I had an idea.
Right.
It didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but I'm still stuck here. So I don't want to keep you guys here if you don't want to.
But thank you for accommodating my weird ass mood swings, Mr. Curator. I appreciate it. It was very nice of you. Always great to see you, Ben, and very nice to meet you, Mr. Snark in Space.
You
Can I ask what your real name is, Mr. Snarkus Space, if you're allowed to tell?
Snark.
That is your real name. All right, Snark.
Yeah, just like my real name is 50.
That's true. And my real name is Old Man. All right. Good night.
Oh my
folks.
gosh.
Good night.
If I could figure out how to leave. See, Old Man trying to figure out how to.
Oh boy.
Okay, so do you guys
I
want to
think he
stay
got
or
it.
do you guys want to go?
I'm going to head out, 50. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting tired too.
Snark?
Yeah, I'll get going then if everyone's leaving.
All right, I'll just-
When did you want to set something up for finishing this off? I should be good through the week.
So do you want to leave it as is or?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so. I think we could start off on the we just did the first two from the modern era, and there's a whole bunch in the modern era. But if you start off with the modern era ones,
it was part 2, but do we want to
Yeah.
do the part 2?
yeah, we could do part 2. And I'm actually interested in some of these cartoons. Like I saw the Ice Warrior there, and couldn't believe there was an Ice Warrior as a companion. Yeah. So yeah, no, those are the kind of things that I'm interested in. There's just an awful lot of companions. There was 140 companions at one point.
Actually,
150?
on this list, I clocked in the final number at 198,
Wow. See, that's a lot. That's a
and I
lot.
still left a few off the table. There's like 20 more I could have added.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, no, I do enjoy. I do enjoy like the more odd ones. But it would be up to you to explain it to us, and then we can figure it out from there. Because yeah, and a Cyberman. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So there's a lot. There's a lot that I'm interested in. Yeah. So for sure, I would do more of this. It's
Cool.
just you just have to let me know when it's good for you.
Cool. So I'll just leave it as is. I'm not gonna touch anything. I just did we do road though? There we go. So I'll just leave it as is, and we'll pick this up sometime later.
Yep.
We'll
Sounds
see
good.
Hey, 50.
Oops. Well,
50.
yeah.
Before I sign off, I put something in the private chat. You want to look at it?
I saw it. It's okay.
Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right. So yeah, you can find Ben and me on what's his face? Northern Countdown. Ben has his own YouTube channel, the Multiverse of Geekdom. Snark. I don't know your plugs. So
I'm everywhere, man. I seem to be everywhere, especially over at the doing lots of things with LGR Network, doing a show about the English Premier League that happens Mondays in some podcast form. Unless you're unless you're a patron member, then you can get see the video form. And come on, who wouldn't want to see the video version of that show? Just to look at me. It's like 45 extra minutes of looking at me. Goddamn, so lucky. So lucky. Worth every penny, guys.
all right, and I don't know. I don't see why anyone would want to see me, but I have my own music geek. So there. So thank you if you've been watching this crazy madness, and we've got a part 2 of this crazy madness sometime in the future. I'm still not sure when. So
Oh wait.
see you then.